Hello. Looks like we're live everywhere. Hi, YouTube. Hello, Facebook. Hello, Goddess Temple app. It's nice to be here with you today. We are going to dive into our Santa Muerte practice right away. I have a lot to be thankful for from La Muerte. Next week, I'll tell you a story about it. She's helped me so much. I'm very thankful. Thankful to the one who knows when I will see her bony face and who guards and protects me until that day and who will accompany my spirit on its journey after that day. Madre mía, Santa Muerte, ante las dificultades de la vida, ayúdame. En mis desaciertos, ilumíname. En mis soledades, acompáñeme. En las horas difíciles, consuélame. En más tentaciones, defiéndeme. En las penas y tristezas, fortaléceme. Con tu inmenso poder, protégeme. Con tu infinito amor, ámame. Con tu gran bondad, mírame. Con tu mano providente, guíame. Así sea por siempre. Amen. Yesterday, we were under the influence of Sinteatl, and we had the spirit of corn and the spirit of the crystal artisan with us, the jade worker, the obsidian worker. Let's see who's here today. The deck that we're using is the Jade Oracle. We're using this deck for the month of November this year. This deck is by Veronica Iglesias, Ramona Snow Teo, and Anne Key. Chalchihuitl, Jade, Chalchihuitl. If ever I mispronounce any of the words that are in this deck, it is truly with the best of intentions and only because my tongue is not as skillful as it could be, but I am working on it every day. Chalchihuitl. Jade was considered a very precious stone, symbolizing life and the deity of water. Chalchihuitl. Chalchutlikyu. Green is the color of vegetation, the color of life. Jade signifies abundance, fecundity, and the joy of living. When you draw jade, you are in the perfect space to begin something new, and whatever you create will germinate and grow. Jade is also a protector, so be assured that your tender new growth will be kept safe. So sounds like today would be a good day if you have a piece of jade to wear it. Get some kind of like a, jade ring or necklace if you have one and wear it. I know today I'll go put on my jade necklace. Jade, interestingly, as a mineral, is fibrous. It's not glassine. So even though we look at something like jadeite in that pale translucent green and it looks glassine, it looks like it has almost like a quartz-like matrix, but it doesn't actually. It has a densely fibrous matrix. And as jade ages, those fibers get more tightly woven and the jade itself becomes more dark in color and more dense and harder to carve. Old jade is harder to carve and tumble than new jade because it will splinter in certain ways, and only a really experienced stone cutter can understand the fibrous nature of jade and where those splits might occur so that when they're carving the piece, it will just, come together in the right shape and not shatter. And, as I think about that, I think about how undervalued then jade is for its capacity to protect. About like how it forms this like fibrous hedge of protection around us when we wear it or carry it. But there is also the aspect of jade that is that verdant, life-giving, health-giving aspect. And the Aztec people and the indigenous people of Mesoamerica know this about jade, but the people of China also know this about jade, and Asia also know this about jade. So the fact of the matter is jade has a transcendent nature. From culture to culture, it connotes pretty much the same things: health, long life, protection, wealth, growth. So we're today encouraged to give rise to that little spark of hope. We all need it right now. Give rise to that little vision, that little dream of what comes next. Whatever's going on for you right now, if it's easy, if it's difficult, whatever you're going through, if you've experienced losses, and this year so many people have experienced losses, significant losses. If we don't remember to have that little sprout of hope, we are going to be lost, and we won't feel that burgeoning life force within us, spurring us on, helping us to go forward despite obstacles. Today, or not today, this week, I hope this doesn't drip on my head. It might, because I just watered it. This week or last week, my friend Laura gave me this wonderful plant. It's a succulent. It's called 1,000 Mothers. And it's because each little serrated edge of the leaf will sprout a whole new leaf in time. And this is just like a plant that will keep propagating itself, even if, the leaves bend or change shape or something happens. We have to be this resilient. I brought this plant in and put it at the center of my altar so that I'll remember this, that every little step of growth is to be cherished and honored, that there is no step of growth that is so small that it couldn't be ultimately beneficial. So whatever little hope you are nurturing today, whatever little tender shoot you are tending today, go ahead and believe in it. Give it your love and your faith. And it will, like the 1,000 mothers, propagate itself. That is our short bit for today. May the power of jade be with you. Even the glyph for jade in the deck is also on the back of the cards and on the cover. This deck, by the way, if you've been enjoying it, is fantastic because here's the English version. and here's the version in Espanol. So if you have been thinking you might want to get the Oráculo Jade or the Jade Oracle, you can go to goddess-ink.com, and they have large versions and they also have small versions. Yes, a jade plant is given for good luck and prosperity, says Josai. Thank you, absolutely. That would also count as you're tending to your jade today if it's a plant. All right, so if you've only been here for the short bit, we'll see you tomorrow. If you're here for the longer practice, let's go on with Guanyin practice. We're going to begin, as usual, with 3 prostrations before the shrine. And let's begin by taking refuge. Namo Guru Be. I take refuge in the inner teacher. Namo Buddhaye. I take refuge in the great mother of compassion. Namo Dharmaye. I take refuge in the wisdom of the ages. Namo Sanghaye. I take refuge in the community of practitioners. And let's set our intention, a person, place, situation, or circumstance that will benefit from today's practice. And today we're holding in our hearts anyone who's been feeling so glum, so sad, so downtrodden that they are having a hard time finding that little green shoot of hope. And let's recite the 4 immeasurables. May I be a source of loving kindness in this world and all worlds, bringing a generous heart to all my thoughts and doings. May I be a vehicle of compassion in this world and all worlds, ever mindful and aware of the tremendous suffering of others. May I be a brimming vessel of joy in this world and all worlds, delighting in the happiness of others as their suffering is alleviated. May I be a balance point of equanimity in this world and all worlds, seeing all as equals and all as deserving of goodness. I light this candle as a symbol of the enlightening Dharma way. May it shine brightly for the benefit of all beings. I light this incense as an offering for Guan Xiyin, she who hears the cries of the world, mother of all. Om Ahum. 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 Reverently, I prostrate with my body, speech, and mind, and present clouds of every type of offering, actual and virtual. I confess all my destructive actions accumulated since beginningless time, and rejoice in the meditation of all holy and ordinary beings. Please, Guan Yin, remain until the end of samsaric existence and turn the wheel of Dharma for sentient beings. I dedicate my own merits and those of others to the great enlightenment. So we're going to chant 108 recitations of Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa. And just a little reminder, if you have been, watching, you know this, but if you chant along with me today, please put 108 in the comments so that I can include your count in the overall count toward the 1,000,000 mantras that we're doing in this project. So we're going to do one round of of Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, and then after this, a round of Om Mani Padme Hum. If you do each, you're going to count 108. Namo Guanxi Yin Pusa, 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 Namo Guanxi Pusa, Namo Guanxi Yin 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 Pusa, Namo Guanshin 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 Pusa. It looks like somebody tried to call me and it knocked out my. Let's start a second round. And then okay. So let's do, having closed our first round of chanting, let's do this mindfulness prayer. It was written by Padmasambhava Guru Rinpoche. It's in the book Dakini Teachings, where he was speaking to Yeshe Tsogyal, and she remembered what he said and wrote it down. We wouldn't have these teachings if she had not done this. Whatever actions you engage in, do not do anything non-dharmic that fails to become the accumulation of merit and wisdom. Do not desire anything other than omniscient Buddhahood and benefiting sentient beings. Do not be attached to anything. Attachment itself is the root of bondage. Do not criticize other teachings and do not disparage people. All the teachings are ultimately indivisible, like the taste of salt. Do not criticize any of the higher or lower vehicles. They are identical in being the path to be journeyed, just like the steps on a staircase. You cannot know another person unless you can perceive with super knowledge, so do not criticize others. In general, all sentient beings are by their very nature spontaneously perfect Buddhas. They possess the essence of enlightenment. Do not examine other people's faults or delusions. Do not examine the limitations of others. Examine how you can change your own. Do not examine the shortcomings of others, but examine your own shortcomings. The greatest of evils is to hold religious prejudice and to criticize other people without knowing their mind. So give up prejudice as if it were poison. So now 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum. And we send out the energy, the heart light of Guan Yin into the world to all beings who are suffering, regardless of whether we like them or not, know them or not, agree with them or not, think their opinions are worthy or not, whether they've treated us badly or well, whatever. We send out this light because, you know, we're shining our light like as if we were a star or the sun or the moon. We're shining it regardless. So, 108 recitations of Om Mani Padme Hum, shining our starlight. Om Mani Padme Hum, 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 Om Mani Mani Padme Hum. Om 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 Mani Padme Hum. And let's give thanks for our teachers. May all of my blessed teachers enjoy long, happy health. May all beings benefit from their wisdom. May they enjoy a swift and happy rebirth. And long life prayer for Lama Dechen Yeshe Wangmo. Om Sosti. Through the powerful blessings of the immortal Pema Jungye and his consort, may the three secret qualities of the Dakini of supreme bliss, Yeshe Wangmo, be utterly stable. And may the light of her activities shine on the lotus groves of the teachings and of beings, so that they blossom in radiant splendor. Let's dedicate the merit. May the merit of this practice and all of my activities be of endless benefit to all beings in all realms, beginningless and continuous. May all obstacles be overcome and suffering cease at the sound of liberation. May all beings be free from suffering and its causes. May all beings have happiness and its causes. May we carry the essence of Guanyin in our hearts. Namo Guan Yin Pusa. And we close with a bow to Guan Yin, and a bow to one another, and a bow to the inner teacher. And sorry, Goddess Temple folks, that my app exploded for a minute there, but thank you for coming back. And everybody on YouTube and Facebook, have a wonderful day. And I will be back tomorrow. Today, remember, we're going to look around and see if we have a piece of jade somewhere in our jewelry or in our crystal collection or somewhere, and maybe carry it today for health, wealth, good luck. And please do put a comment if you chanted with me today, 108. And that way I can include your count in the total count. And we already have passed 30,000 collectively. I have to say, having other chanters helping me, oh my gosh, it goes so fast. All right, take care, everyone. Have a great day. Bye.